Okay guys, welcome back to another lecture in Complete Frontend. I'm Srikanth, I'm a software engineer at Microsoft. And in this lecture, we are going to be looking at the part 2 of the data types strings in JavaScript. So we're going to be learning further about strings in JavaScript. If you are directly visiting this lecture, I would suggest you go and visit the previous lectures of JavaScript. If you're here to learn just about strings, then at least I would suggest you to go and check out the strings part 1 lecture, which is the lecture right before this, lecture number 14. And I hope you'll get the inputs, the basic understanding about strings there, and then you can continue with this lecture, guys. So getting back to the lecture, so we learned about multiple things in strings in the last lecture, starting with what are the three ways of declaring strings, about how to check the length of a string, how to modify a string, why string is immutable, and many other things like that. And we ended our lecture by understanding how to actually change the greeting here. So we had a greeting called as hi, and then we wanted to make it HAI, and we did that by ensuring that the variable and the string is actually immutable. So by assigning it to the same variable, we would need to again assign a new complete new value into the string itself. So that is what we learned in the last lecture, and in this lecture we'll be continuing about further topics in strings, guys. So now let's understand, you have a string, say const my name is equal to Srikanth. I'm going to say my name is Srikanth. I want everything, all of this to be capitalized. So how do I actually do it? So to capitalize something in JavaScript, so first of all, let me print it for you to show you the before and after of the capitalization here. So let me show you my name dot to uppercase, got it right? So it's a function that you can call on the top of a string. So you might be thinking, hey, string is just a sequence of characters. Where did this function come from? It's not an object, right? So you will get to learn more about this in the future part of this JavaScript series, where I'm going to tell you why and how these variables already have a function defined with them. So a lot of interesting concepts coming in the future. By the way, just to give you food for thought, right after this data type series, I'm going to tell you how exactly a variable is stored under the hood in the memory location as well. So I'm going to teach you the necessary things to learn about data types, plus also going to teach you how exactly it works under the hood, which is something that is not out there in many other channels right now. Okay, so now let's see what the string is going to be. Okay, so I'm going to say my name again, and you might already know how we can start the tab, right? So you can just go to the index.html, open with live server. If you don't know how to do this, I would suggest you to go to the initial parts of this lecture, and you'll be able to know where and how that came from. I have explained in detail how to set that up as well. Okay, now you see, you'd be expecting it to be capital letter string, right? But it is not. Now is the time you need to ask why. What did I tell you in the previous lecture? First of all, I told you that strings are immutable, right? So how did we expect this to be capitalized now? It will not be. So how do you actually change it then? You can just say let my name, and then you can say my name, okay, my name is equal to my name dot uppercase. Okay, now if you see, it will be capitalized. So I showed you this intentionally to show you that even if you call a function on a variable, it doesn't change it. It just returns a new value, which you either need to assign to another variable, or you need to assign it to the variable itself. So I'm saying that, you know, Srikanth is a string that we have, capitalize it and then assign it to the same variable, and then replace this. No more will this value be available because I don't need it, perhaps, right? So that is what it is. Similarly, if I need to make it into lowercase, you can then say my name is equal to my name dot to lowercase. I think you already would have guessed this. And then if you see console.log, you'll see that all the characters in this string will be lowercase now. So does that make sense to you? So what if I wanted to capitalize just the first letter, just like this, if I wanted to take it back to this, right? So how would I do it? Now you would do something like I would take the first string first, right? Then I would say my name is equal to, I would say my name dot char at 0. I need to take the first character. So this is like getting the dot at, right? Similarly, you can get the character at 0, and then I can call to uppercase on that, right? Then I can concatenate the string. This is just like doing the backtick. Maybe I'll just show you with the backtick as well, backtick itself, so that you get an idea of how this will work. So I'm saying the first character is going to be this, but then what else is it going to be? So then I'll be cutting the string into the rest of the slice. Okay, so for that there is a method called my name. So I can say my name dot slice of 0. Okay, now let's see what the output is going to be. Here I need to close this as well, like that. So console.log of my name, and now you should be able to, okay, I made a mistake, right? So this should be slice of 1, sorry. Okay, slice of 1, because we want to cut it from the first character, not the 0th character. Okay, so you can make mistakes like this as well. See, even when I'm actually teaching you, I could make some mistakes as well. So you need to be very careful while using these parameters and methods. So this is a learning for you as well, that mistakes can happen to anybody. Okay, so now you see my name goes back to the initial version of S capital and HRIKNTH. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Now I want to teach you this slice method in detail, but for that there are a few prerequisites. This was just like a trailer. Okay, so let's now first try to understand what are some of the required methods that you can call on a string that will help you navigate or work with strings much easier. So let's do that. The first thing that I would work on would be, there is something called as index of. Okay, so let me just get something like he is Hemant. Okay, he is Hemant. This is a string. Now I'm just gonna call this message or something. Okay, now let's just try to modify this. Message dot index of h. What is it gonna be? Can you guess, guys? What is the index of h over here? So let's try to print this out as well. So to always view something, you can always do console.log, and then you can check out what the output is gonna be. Okay, so you see index of h is 0. Okay, why is it 0? It is going to take the first h, not this h. That is why especially I took this sentence itself, he is Hemant. Okay, because there are 2 h's in it. Now what if I say what is the index of he? Okay, what is the index of he? It's also going to be 0. So how this works is, he, he, the exact comparison starts from the 0th character, right? So if I put something like the is Hemant, just for example over here, then the index is going to be 1. You know why? Because as I told you in the previous lecture, the counting starts from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3. This space is also included, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and so on. Okay, so the first instance, it starts from the first character. It's not going to take the complete one. It's not going to say 1 to 2 or something like that. It's going to say 0 or 1. Okay, in this case it's going to be 0 over here. Okay, now similarly, if I take the instance of say is, what is it going to be? Can you pause the video and take a guess over here? If you did guess it right, please comment it in the section. I'll be very happy to see your right answer. So the index of this is going to be 3. The reason being 0, 1, 2, and then 3 starts right over here. Okay, so that is the index of. That is how you use index of. Now that we took a look at how to use index of, let's see how we can use index of, and what if I check for something that is not there. So I'm going to say zebra, index of zebra. What is it going to be? Can you guess? You might be thinking it is 0, but it's not. It's going to be -1. Whenever something is not found, you should be using -1. It's going to give you -1. You know why? Why not 0? Because 0 is already an index. The string starts with the 0th index, like I told you, right? So 0 wouldn't work. So it's going to be -1, guys. Be very careful with this, and be very careful while using if statements with this as well. Because if you say something like if, something like this, if this is for people who already know programming, please don't get confused over here. If you don't know this, I'm going to teach you this absolutely perfectly in the future. But if for those people who know if statements, you can't do something like this: message dot index of, say, he. Now what's going to happen? This if statement is going to fail, because it's going to give you 0, and that is a falsy value. If you did not understand that, don't worry about it. I'm going to tell this exact example in the future as well. No need to worry about anything else. Okay. So now let's move to a few other methods. So what if I want to say, so let me copy this for now. I'll comment this out. Now let's see what is going to be the function that we need to use if we need to identify if something is present. Okay. I want to say if month, this Hemant month is present in the string or not. I can use includes month, MANTH. Okay. And it's going to give me true. Wherever it is present, it will say it is true, because MANTH is present in this whole string. Can I just check for space as well? Yes, I can. This will also be true, because it will say, oh yeah, there is a space here, there's a space here, right? So it will be able to find the space and give you the answer. Now, what if I want to check if something starts with some value? What if I want to check something like, I'm going to say, starts with, say, he is. Does the string start with he is? The answer is going to be true again. But if I put something like a space over here, now it's going to be false, because it will consider space also as a valid character. Okay, so be very careful over there. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is about ends with. It works similarly as starts with actually. Okay, so you can just say ends with, and here it's going to be false again. So if I want to try something like MANTH, right? So TH, it's going to give you true. I hope this is very easy. Nothing to worry too much about, right? So you'll be able to understand this, I hope. Now let me go back to my previous example of Srikanth over here, and I'll teach you how to cut a string. So what if I want to cut a string? Okay. So let's say str is equal to, you can use the first method that is called as slice. Okay. The first method we are going to be learning about is slice. You can say message dot slice, and then you can say 1 comma say 5. Now what is gonna happen? Let's take a look at that. So I have cut this string over here 1 comma 5. So let's look at the output of it. I haven't printed it, so how will we see it, right? So console.log of str. Okay, str. Now the output is gonna be HRIK. Let's understand why this is the case. We started with 1, and then it is 2, 3 and 4, right? So you saw HRIK as the output. It starts with the index that you give here, over here, and ends by leaving this index. Okay, so if you say 1 comma 5, it's going to take the first, second, third, fourth character. Okay, if you say 1 comma 6, it's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Getting it? Okay, if you say 0 comma 2, it's going to take 0, 1, not the 2. Okay, you can check that as well. If you put 0 comma 2, it will take SH, that's it. Okay, you will get SH here on the output. So that is how your slice method works. Okay, I hope that is clear to you. What if I want to take everything after, say, s? I want to just leave s. You can say 1 and then you can just leave it. So it will take from the first character till the end of the string. Okay, so that is how you can do it. You don't need to count the length of the string. Got it? So that is how slice method works. Now let's quickly look at the substring method. Just like slice, we have substring as well. So you can say str is equal to message dot substring of, you can say 0 comma 2. What is it gonna give? What's it gonna give? So this works exactly like slice, but there are other differences as well. You can read about that in the documentation if you need to, but I'll tell you the most important one. If I tell you 2 comma 0 over here in substring, it is still gonna give you the same thing. The main difference about slice and substring is if you give the higher index first and then the lower index, it will automatically swap it by itself, and then it will give you the string properly. Now, why is this needed? I don't know. I have never had to use such a case ever in my life, but good to know that it exists, right? So good thing. But it doesn't work the same way with slice, by the way. If you do that in slice, it will give you an empty string. Okay. Now, let's quickly look at the substr character as well. There is a method called as substr. So it works like this: message dot substr. Okay, and then you can give the starting and the ending index over here. The important part about this is gonna be, you can start with the negative character as well. You can tell -1 and you can tell until 2. So it's gonna take all the way from here to here. So in substr, the way it works is, now if I give -1 comma 2, it's gonna say start from -1 and go for 2 characters. What if I start with something like, say, -4? So -4 would be, this is -1, this is -2 t, n is -3, and -4 is a. Okay, it's going to take 2 characters from here. So the output should be an. Got it? So the output is going to be an. That is how substr works. Now you can see that this is striked off over here. That means it is deprecated. Deprecation means as a language evolves, the language people will say that, hey, this is probably not needed anymore. All this can be done using some other methodology. So you don't necessarily need to use this. So for that reason, they might deprecate certain features. And at that points in time, you might not need to use this anymore. So it means that this could be eventually removed. So you don't need, you should probably start avoiding using substr going forward. Okay. Now, there are many other methods as well, such as code at point and many comparisons of strings as well. All these comparisons we will learn about in the comparisons lecture, about how to evaluate certain parameters, how to compare booleans with numbers, and all those things we'll be learning there. So I'm not going to go deep dive into that. These are the main things that will get you started with string, and you should be able to solve most of the DSA problems on strings by being able to create the logic for that by using these methods that I gave you over here. And not just for DSA, for your normal learning purpose as well. So if you have enjoyed this lecture, please like and subscribe, and also share this lecture with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one.